Hello and welcome to the August 18th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm David Welbrecht, Communications Program Manager, guest hosting for Jim Lopez, one of the Deputy City Managers here at the City, and I'm joined today by two members of the communications team.
Welcome, David. I'm Sue Romero.
I'm Chris Peterson.
Hello, okay, and here are the stories we're covering this week. News about one of Kirkland's cultural arts commissioners, super cool. Also, the winners of the Totem Lake Connector Bridge coloring contest are announced. Yay. And I know we're on the tail end of it, but tips on how to beat the heat, because it might not be the last this summer.
You can always use those. Also covering the Kirkland Performance Center is now open and offering classes. And speaking of classes, you can register very soon for fall and winter rec classes, and you can register now for teen programs. And Fashion's Night Out. All you had to say was fashion. I'm already interested.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of fashion, there's going to be changes in the King County Metro bus service coming in September. We're also going to talk about the next city council meeting. We'll talk about a back-to-school reminder about school zone safety cameras and lots and lots of upcoming events.
Yep.
That's right. But first, our big story of the week. Kirkland Fire joins a national task force and has deployed one of our own to assist with the wildfire recovery in Maui.
Yeah,
Sue.
this is a really big deal. So Kirkland Fire has not been part of this national task force before. This is the first year they've done it, and they this time sent Lieutenant Ty Koistinen. He's part of this bigger rescue task force that there's a bunch of task forces across the country.
Wow.
And they went over for the recovery efforts for those wildfires in Maui. So the task force is called Washington Task Force 1, WATF1. And as I was reading that acronym, I was like, WATF1.
Yeah,
the Washington Tough Ones. That's them.
Okay.
I bet that's a great name.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so I know that Seattle and I think Bellevue possibly, and maybe Redmond has some members. It's kind of sponsored by Pierce County Emergency Management. They're the sponsors of the regional effort.
Okay.
But I tried to get Ty. He's over there now. He was over there last week and asked some of our fire folks if he could send just pictures so we can know what he's seeing. But kind of busy.
Yeah,
so
totally.
just glad to be helping out and just totally amazing. So the WATF1 has more than 200 team members from 36 different organizations.
Okay, so this is a huge effort.
Yeah, like I was mentioning.
Okay.
And it's not just fire departments. It's, hospital personnel, law enforcement, public works, anyone that can help in search and rescue. And that's all across King and Pierce County. And it's just an amazing thing that we get to be part of it.
Very, very cool. And a lot of appreciation for Ty and all the folks that are helping out over there. Really a tragic story. And glad Kirkland can do our part.
For sure.
Okay, well, that brings us to our next story. There's been an appointment to the State Arts Commission by one of Kirkland's own. Chris, do you mind telling us about that?
Yeah, sure. This is super cool. One of our Kirkland Cultural Arts Commissioners, Star Rush, was appointed by Governor Inslee to the Washington State Arts Commission.
Wow. Okay.
Also known as Arts WA. Arts WA manages the state art collection, provides grant opportunities to expand art participation, supports communities that connect arts and culture to economic development, and they also support art education throughout the state.
Wow, super cool. Have you all seen the recent utility box wrap art pieces? I think we'll touch on that later on.
Yeah.
But
Those are pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. So that's a little bit of what our Cultural Arts Commission is doing right now. Commissioner Rush serves on the Kirkland Cultural Arts Commission, and so in that role helps guide the council on art acquisition here in the city. And she is also the interim executive director and the director of education at the Kirkland Arts Center.
She is all about the arts.
All about the arts. Well, speaking of Sue, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You've been counting down. We are announcing the winners of the Totem Lake Connector Bridge coloring contest.
Right. I feel like I've been helping to plan the opening of the actual bridge for an entire year, and here we are. And now we have the results of the coloring contest. So we've got two winners.
Wow.
Best overall.
Oh.
Her name is Ava.
Oh, Ava.
And I'll just describe the picture to you for listeners.
Links in the show notes. You can check it out yourself. But.
Hers is just really colorful with bright markers, which is kind of what it's all about. She wanted to capture, the celebration around the opening of the bridge. And what she loves about Kirkland, she told us, is its fun parks and the new TLC bridge, of course. So she likes that it's blue. The big wide railings are blue.
And Chris, there was another category?
Yeah, the most creative drawing was submitted by Skylar. And Skylar also provided a self-portrait, which is super adorable. And I just like the figure down here in the lower right. It's like celebrating the bridge.
Yeah.
And there might be a little bit of magic going on down there. But Skylar loves that Kirkland, that all the kids are so nice and the city is a safe place to live.
Aw.
Here, Skylar.
Yeah.
Adorable.
So cool. Well, it's been a hot one. Not sure if y'all noticed. It was a little warm outside for the last few days.
Just a little.
So just here's a couple quick tips on beating the heat. You can always head to public spaces that have air conditioning. So libraries, community centers, shopping centers. Great time to catch up on the Barbieheimer or whatever the current movies are of the day. Couple cool places in Kirkland to add to your list: the North Kirkland Community Center, Peter Kirk Community Center, and of course the Kirkland Library and Kingsgate Library. Also for those who maybe are struggling with housing right now, the Day Center for families with children is available at the new Bethlehem Day Center, as well as emergency drop-in shelter for women and children at Helen's Place.
And we'll have all the locations and operating hours and addresses and other cooling spots around King County in the show notes if you want all the deets.
Yeah, prepare now for the next one.
I think, speaking of Barbieheimer, I think it's time to go see the Ninja Turtles this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to.
We should start a movie
Chilling.
list.
A movie list. Yeah, we not in the show notes. But.
Right. Well, we could.
All right. Well, speaking of arts and music, Kirkland Performance Center Studios, brand new facility that they're opening and offering classes now. So, Sue, tell us about that.
That is so exciting. I dance at a studio, not that one, but another one. So anytime I hear of like an art
new
center, place
studio
where
opening.
people can create, works of art or dance or move around and create music is awesome. So KPC Studios is 3,500 square feet.
Wow.
Multi-purpose recording space, rehearsal space for music learning and expression for kids and adults. Very cool. You can register now. The classes start in September on the 11th. And some of those classes include Songwriting 101.
Oh, hey.
That's cool. Ukulele startup. And also, if you're interested in being a full-time musician, they go into that, like how you can actually survive.
Gosh.
So we'll have all the details in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll see you all at Ukulele Startup.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds
Do you
amazing.
play? Do you play?
Not yet.
But
that's why
after
it's a
startup, we'll do.
yeah.
All right.
Register now.
All right, we'll start a band. Speaking of registration, get ready to register for fall and winter recreation or teen classes. And exciting announcement, we mentioned this last week on the podcast, but just want to emphasize it. There is a new process this year where Kirkland residents actually are allowed to register ahead of all the rest of the registrants in the region. So that begins for Kirkland residents August 23rd at 7 a.m. You can online or call in.
And there will be people at 7:01 signing up.
Oh, it's 7:0, and then I don't know how to do seconds really
30
easily.
seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And then non-resident registration.
That starts on August 30th at 8 a.m. And if you want to do some in-person registration, you can go in, and they're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Yeah, come on down, City Hall. They can help you out. Also, there's registration for teen programs.
Yep, they have lots of adventures for teens. I mean, actually, we have lots of adventures for teens, I should say. Some of the things coming up next Wednesday, the 23rd, outdoor yoga at Marsh Park.
Well, hey.
Cool.
Who wouldn't like that?
Right?
Then on Thursday, the 24th, they're hitting the Boulder River. Be careful, wear a life jacket. On Tuesday, the 29th, climbing Mount Rainier via Fremont Outlook. That sounds fun.
I'm not sure they're like peaking Mount Rainier.
Well-
They might just be like
Looking at a
hiking-
picture of it.
No, well, hiking on it.
Around it. Yeah,
14,000.
sure.
Anyway.
Probably not gone all day.
Yeah.
And night. And then Wednesday, river floating.
Awesome.
Also sounds fun.
Super fun.
That's great. We're towards the back end of summer, and this is still a bunch of great things you can do before school starts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, another great thing to do before the end of summer, Africans on the East Side fashion show.
Go to a fashion show,
So,
everybody.
yeah, Sue, you're all about fashion shows
Yes,
and dances.
I'm all about shopping and clothes. Yes.
Okay.
Everyone is invited to Fashion's Night Out Fashion Show. This is happening August 26th between 5 and 9 at Peter Kirk Community Center.
Sponsored by AO Collections. Fashions described as avant-garde, classic, eclectic, or bold.
I did get a chance to look at some of the pictures of their fashions and very like super colorful and just like not my wardrobe is like black and white and then jeans. It's not that. It's very very beautiful and colorful. So the festivities at the fashion show include a guest party and then of course a runway event where the models will be modeling the clothes, and then there will also be a pop-up shop where you can buy some of those items that you see.
Yeah, I saw in Twick, the newsletter, that they're going to have a 360 photo booth.
Whoa.
So you can go in and strike a pose all on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And so is that the thing where you can then like zoom around and see yourself from all angles?
Yeah, I think it goes all the way around and fires a bunch of different
That's cool.
photos
That is
off.
cool.
Yeah.
You
Just
can
like-
be the model.
Maybe
Reminds
you can put yourself in a video game.
Hey. All right. Well, service changes are coming to King County Metro in September. So if you're a transit rider, just heads up. It does include some changes to the 255 route, which is one of the mainstays going through Kirkland. So the service reductions and suspensions are going into effect starting on Saturday, September 2nd. And Metro's blog has all the details on that.
Yeah, the list is kind of long, so
Yeah.
if you want to check it out, check out their blog.
Yeah, and also coming up early September is the next city council meeting. So there is no second meeting here in August. They're on a quick break. And so September 5th will be the next council meeting, and we'll have all the details about that in an upcoming edition of the podcast, as well as on the webpage. With the beginning of September, we're also looking ahead to school starting ahead again. So school zone safety cameras are going to be turning on soon.
Yep. So school zone cameras will be activated September 5th at 4 locations. And they are these: John Muir Elementary, Kamaikan Middle School, that's one. Rose Hill Elementary, number 2. Lakeview Elementary is the 3rd section. And then there's a combined school zone that has a few schools: Henry David Thoreau Elementary, Finn Hill Middle, and Carl Sandburg Elementary.
Got it.
So just remember, don't speed. Remember that the cameras will be turned on September 5th.
So 30 minutes before and after the start of school, and 30 minutes before and after the end of school.
Except in that combined school zone, because Finn Hill and Carl Sandburg, they're changing their start and release time, so that means the enforcement period for the cameras will last a little longer.
Yeah.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, so heads up, everybody. Go slow. Keep our kids safe.
Yep.
Yeah, my son went to Rose Hill,
Oh, okay.
and I'm really happy that they're doing this because
Yeah,
they could use that
For sure.
definitely.
well, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, so also looking ahead, we have some upcoming events. So we've quite the list, and so maybe let's power through this real fast.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
As always, Juanita Friday Market, Fridays now through September. This week, hot food vendors.
Just
so
in time for the temperature to go down a little
that's
bit.
right, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So we have Mexican, Salvadorian, Russian crepes, and barbecue.
Oh, barbecue.
I think those were separated by commas, everybody. They're not one and one fusion.
They could be.
I mean, that would be amazing.
All on one plate.
Russian barbecue crepes.
Yes. FantaCon also is coming August 25th through 27th. It's super cool. The very first time this has been hosted in Kirkland.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah, this is definitely my jam. This is a Fantagraphics event, or at least they're participating in it. And when you think comics, you might think superheroes, but this is all kinds of stuff. You know, graphic novels that are advanced and complicated adult narratives, and then down to just silly arty things. It's awesome.
And all like independent artists and authors,
yeah,
so that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
definitely.
Sweet.
All right. Also have the East Side Block Party. That's Saturday, the 26th. And this is just a chance for you to help kids get ready for school. So kids can get a free haircut, backpack, school supplies. That's at Juanita High School.
Okay. Awesome. Another way to do some good before the end of summer, donate blood. So August 29th through 31st, North Kirkland Community Center. We're going to be hosting another pop-up blood drive with Blood Works Northwest. So sign up and contribute to our regional blood supply. Always needed.
Yeah, and the third annual Sea Spot Splash is coming up on Saturday, September 9th.
Huge.
From 10 a.m. to 3, and that's at Peter Kirk Pool. And you can bring your dog, and your dog can go swimming.
Yeah.
This is also the last time the pool will be open
For the season. That's right.
Yeah.
This is a once-a-year thing. It's so adorable. The dogs love it. I think the humans with the dogs love it, too. And they can run and dry themselves afterwards at Lee Johnson Field, right across the way.
Yeah, off leash, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
So
It's a dog day.
it is a dog day. On that same day, once you're done with Sea Spot Splash, come on up to City Hall for our annual City Hall for All event. More info on this will be coming in future episodes, but this is the first time we're having it since the pandemic, so in person again. We're really excited for that. There'll be all sorts of fun things for the kids and adults alike.
Can we say a preview of what?
Oh, absolutely.
So Truckapalooza is going to be like the big draw.
Trucks.
Come crawl on the trucks, kids.
And I've seen a preview of the trucks that are going to be there, and there's going to be a lot of fun trucks, including
Awesome.
we call it the Spider. It's this like tree arborist bucket
Yeah.
thing on like it.
It looks like an alien.
It looks like an
on the
alien,
moon.
or
Yeah, not to hammer on video games too much, but it definitely looks like some kind of end boss from a game. Like, that thing's freaky.
Yeah, so come vanquish the spider tree boss vehicle at Truckapalooza. Also, a ton of informational booths, tours of City Hall that'll be in different languages, just to help break down barriers of folks participating. We'll also have a small business expo. So
All sorts of stuff.
all sorts of stuff. It'll be a real festival environment, so come on down, 11 to 4 on Saturday, September 9th.
And I just want to tease that, maybe some of our podcast crew will be hanging out.
Be doing a little podcast adjacent.
So you're telling me I'm working that day.
Yeah.
Surprise.
It's true.
No problem.
And that brings us to our last story, and I mentioned this earlier, but we have some new utility box wraps. Super cool art in 3 new locations that were installed in July. So up at Totem Lake, the village entrance there, the Kirkland Urban entrance downtown, as well as Juanita Beach Park, the entrance there.
Yeah, so the Cultural Arts Commission selected 3 artists from their Kirkland Welcomes You themed art call to design these boxes. And the designs reflect Kirkland's diverse population, our rich history, and how we're connected with the community, and also, of course, our commitment to inclusion and belonging. So they're very colorful.
They're so colorful. The one down at Kirkland Urban is very colorful. And, I mean, talk about kind of graphics and, comics, that sort of thing. It has a very comic-y vibe.
Yeah.
But what was super cool, because I went down there for the ribbon cutting, and I didn't know this, but there's all these anthropomorphized animals in it. It's like all these animal characters, and each of them represents one of the artist's like friends or like someone she knows in Kirkland, and all the like things and like objects like mug and so forth all represent different businesses in Kirkland as well. Yeah, and so it's like hyper local. You wouldn't know what they are or kind of what they're referencing.
What I was just thinking, what if you were an animal, what would you be?
Oh gosh, that depends on the day and hour. I think right now I am a creaky bear coming out of hibernation. I feel a little crunchy this morning.
What about you?
Honey badger.
Oh, very specific. Any reason why?
And impressive.
If you have a moment, go look up honey badger on Google. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd be a cat, just like
Okay.
lying around. Oh, did you need me to do something?
Yeah.
Get up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go to the sun patch. Well, we're so grateful for these art boxes. A great way to add some culture to our everyday lives. But did you know,
What?
A, the first automated system for controlling traffic signals was developed in Toronto in 1954? Or B, utility boxes are full of delicious nougat? Or C, most traffic control utility boxes contain a base plate and a prefabulated aluminite?
C sounds like it could be right.
Fancy words.
Yeah.
I kind of wish B with all the nougat was the one. But Chris, what is it?
That's my answer.
That's your answer?
That's my answer.
You're going to lock it in?
I'm locking it in.
All right. Well, it is in fact A. So we owe the automated system for controlling traffic signals to our friends in Toronto back in 1950s.
Way to go, Canada.
That's right. Well, that does it for this week. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Anthony Girardi for his behind-the-scenes magic. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
And our next episode is Friday, August 25th. Until then, stay connected,
connected,
Kirkland.
Kirkland.